felt bad for him because I feel like he was honestly like freaked out that like he thought he was like locked in there. Like we were all there talking to him, telling him like, just twist the doorknob, like, so I don't know. Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be doing a story time. I have never done a story time before, but honestly I realize I always repeat these stories so much. I mean, they're not too crazy, they're just kind of hysterical or a little bit funny, but I wanted to share them with you, and they are some crazy stories about some customers that I have had in the past. Obviously I'm not going to use any names or explain who these people are, of course, but I did want to mention these stories that have happened because honestly they are just like, what the heck? Like, basically, I don't know. One story is, when I first started working at the tanning salon, I was literally working there for probably about like, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks max. This lady comes in to do a spray tan, and usually with like the spray tan, it's really not difficult at all. Like, it'll last 5 to 7 days. It doesn't get off on your clothes. They actually have like dry passes, like 3 or 4 dry passes where you'll turn around and stuff, and it like will dry you from the solution so it won't get on your clothes or anything. Anyway, so long story short, this lady, she asks me for a trash bag. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, like I gave her like a little small trash bag thinking she just needed to put her stuff into it. Well, then she goes, no, I need a large trash bag. And even more, I was even more confused. I was just thinking, what the heck does she need a large trash bag for? So I gave her a large trash bag anyway, just thinking, oh, maybe she's going to stand on it. Maybe she has like more stuff that I didn't see her bring in. I didn't know really, honestly. So anyways, keep in mind, this trash bag is clear. And she ends up walking out of the room wearing the clear trash bag with nothing underneath it or anything like that. I don't know what the heck she, like, why. I still don't really understand, except for what my manager told me, because literally as she walked out in the clear trash bag, my manager walked in, and like, again, I was new, so I didn't know my manager that well just yet, and I was just thinking, oh my gosh, like, I don't know. I just was like really funny. So my manager, she ends up laughing and going, oh, we've told this lady a billion times, like, she doesn't need to wear a clear trash bag, it won't get on her clothes, because the lady thought the solution would get onto her clothes if she put her clothes back on, which honestly is not the case, for one. And two, like, I feel like a trash bag, if anything, it's not breathable. Like, it's gonna stick to your skin, if anything, like, compared to clothes, or if you wore like a flowy dress or something like that. I don't know. So anyways, that's one story that was kind of like shocking to me when I first started working there. So my second story is where I was still working at the tanning salon. So this guy, he's making small talk and everything, and he was all like, yeah, I was just driving by and I didn't know if I wanted to tan, not to tan, but I figured I have a gig tonight, I might as well tan. So me, as myself, I'm very into music, and when I think gig, I think like a band, a performance, that he's like a drummer, a singer, like that type of gig. No, instead, like, I literally put my foot in my mouth and set myself up for the most like awkward like conversation. It was really funny, don't get me wrong, it was so funny, and he was super cool about it. But basically what he meant by gig was, he goes, no, and it's not that type of gig, I'm actually a male stripper. And honestly, I didn't know what else to like say except just to really quickly explain myself. And I just like, oh, I'm so sorry, I totally meant like, I thought when you said gig, like band, like you're a drummer, you're a singer, like I'm into music, so when I thought gig, I thought that. Like, I just tried to explain myself as fast as I could. And he was super cool about it. He thought it was so funny because I told him I thought it was like, I had to do with music, and he says, well, there's music involved. So, I don't know, that was kind of funny because, I don't know, at least he was nice about it. But next time, I totally will never make that mistake again. Anyway, so the third story is, I was working at, again, the tanning salon. This is just another location too. I was working at the tanning salon, and this lady kind of did what the first lady did. I'm not even gonna lie, like, but not the same way, if that makes sense. Like, this lady was gonna do 3 different rooms. She was gonna do a spray tan, like a tanning bed, and then she's gonna do like the red light therapy, which is like this bed that renews the collagen in your skin, and it doesn't tan you or anything, but yeah. Anyways, she's gonna do 3 things. So first she goes into her room, her tanning bed, everything's good. Next, she was gonna do the ironing bed. So someone was actually in that room, so she had to wait. And that bed, the ironing bed, it's actually like 30 minutes long, so sometimes it can be kind of a wait. When we have people do multiple rooms, like a bed and a spray, sometimes they will ask for like a transfer towel, which is basically just a large towel where they can transfer from room to room without having to put their clothes back on entirely. Well, usually when people ask for a transfer towel, they end up going literally straight from one room to another, like you don't ever see them. But this lady, she realized she had like 20 minutes or so left to wait to get into this other room, and she decides to sit on the couch wearing the towel, and then decides that like she's going to be sitting there for a while, so she ends up going out to the parking lot. And keep in mind, this parking lot has literally a grocery store like right next to it that's super busy. It was during like broad daylight. Everyone was out there, and this, like, our towels aren't that big either, so they don't cover a lot, basically. It's not like a robe or anything like that. It's like a bath towel, basically, and I don't know what she was thinking, and she walks right out into the parking lot wearing a towel. The lady that I was working with, too, she thought it was, like, the funniest thing. Like, it just didn't, like, I didn't know what she was thinking, but it was funny. But what like tops the cake is she went out to her car to go grab a book so she could sit back down on the couch and read her book as she's waiting in her towel, as it's like super busy, like in like the daytime, like it's like super busy, especially at that location. So anyways, that was just like another story, just like what are you thinking, like I mean. And then the other story too that happened at the other busy location that we have at the tanning salon is this lady comes in, and honestly, like, obviously before I say anything like this is probably not even true. It's just really like strange how everything like played out, and the lady was super duper nice. Like, I just want to put that out there, super nice. And it was just very interesting though, but what happened. But anyway, so this lady comes in, and like when I like end up having someone tell me what their first and last name is to sign them in to get into the room and everything, I even when I don't do my job, just in a normal day, when I talk to people, I look them in their eyes. Like that's just what I do. So when I'm talking to her, the first thing I do is I look at her, and I'm looking at her eyes, and her eyes are completely black. Like, when I say completely black, I don't mean like she's wearing black eye contacts or anything like that. Like, the whites of her eyes are black. Everything is black. And for me, it was just really hard to focus on. Like, especially since she kind of had a thick accent, and her last name was like really long, and I could not figure out how to spell it correctly to have her name pull up in our system. So anyways, as I'm talking to her, I'm having a really hard time. And I feel so bad when I can't get people's names fast enough in the system. And especially when they have like a thick accent where it's my fault that I'm not understanding. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm just going to look at her mouth. Like, that should help. That should help. I can read her lips. And then I look at her mouth, and then she has like vampire teeth. Like, literally like these teeth right here as her like all pointed and everything too. And I mean, I've heard of people doing that, and I also know there's ways to like get like fake ones on, but after talking to her, I found out that she actually had her teeth shaved like that, and her eyes, they weren't contacts either. As we were talking to her too with this other lady that was there, she actually had her eyes tattooed. Like, in some other country, she got paid a lot of money to do it. She said that, especially like with like eyes, like my eyes, like I could not do that. Like, I'm not good with needles or anything like that, and like your eyes, like that's so scary. So anyways, she ended up getting her eyes tattooed completely black, and she had like vampire teeth. And which, like, again, like I said, she's super, super nice. But it was just really ironic because this other lady that I was working with, she was saying that every single time this lady comes in, that all the beds shut down, that the computer screens don't work, or anything like that. Like, our whole system at the salon just does not work. And, like, I was, like, thinking before this had happened, like, yeah, right, that's not gonna happen, you know? I didn't really think much of it. But, like, I'm not even kidding you. Literally everything was not working. All the beds stopped working. All the computers turned off. And when we got them to turn back on, like, they were super slow and then would freeze for, like, the longest time. And I've never seen that happen. Like, yeah, like, our computers sometimes once in a while we'll have to turn them on and back off again. And then, same thing with the beds. Like, things happen, you know, with one bed or two beds at a time. We have to restart them here and there. But, like, literally it was, like, everything. And we didn't lose power or anything. Like, nothing like that. It was, like, the most craziest thing. So, anyways, that happened. And then as we're talking to her, too, she just had a really interesting job, honestly. I don't know exactly what it's called at the moment because this kind of happened, like, a while ago, at least a year or so. But she's like one of those people that they go to, like, crime scenes and they take pictures of, like, dead bodies and, like, murder scenes and crime scenes and stuff like that. And so, I don't know. It, like, to me, it's, like, a really fascinating, interesting job. But, like, at the same time, like, they're dead bodies. Like, and then, like, everything else that happened, and, like, it was just, like, not that anything's wrong with it, but you know what I mean. It was just, like, a really interesting, like, just a weird situation, honestly. It was just crazy what happened, and I know all of it was probably very ironic, but I don't know. I will never forget that day, though. But the lady was very interesting, and that story, I think at least, was interesting, to say the least. But what else? I think that is everything of, like, story-wise. For the tanning salons, there is one other, just kind of funny story. This actually happened at the apartment complex, and this older guy comes in and he asks me for, like, directions to, I don't even remember where, but to some place. And so the way he was, like, explaining it, though, is when I first heard him asking this question, I thought he was asking, like, where this apartment, like, number was located, what building, where on property, stuff like that. Maybe he was there to visit somebody, something like that. But because he was, like, saying the address super weird. But anyways, that's besides the point. He just asked for the directions to somewhere, and it really didn't make sense, honestly. And then he goes, "Hun, do you have a restroom?" And I directed him to where the bathroom was. I said, "Yeah, it's right through the gym. And the door is open and everything like that, whatever." So he goes to the restroom, everything's fine, everything's like a normal day and everything. And then all of a sudden his wife runs in, freaking out, going, oh my gosh, where's my husband at? Like, I almost, like, didn't know if everything was okay, because she was, like, really seemed like she was stressed about it. And then, like, when I told her, oh yeah, he's just in the restroom, he should be right out, then she calmed down. She's like, oh, okay, like, thank you. And then she was like, where are they at? And, like, where's the restrooms at? And I directed her to there too. And then all of a sudden, all I do is hear a bunch of, like, banging on the door or something banging. I didn't know what it was, really, honestly. And so my manager comes out, and I'm just like, what the heck is that? I'm like, I don't know. So we go out to where the noise was coming from, and he's, like, banging on the bathroom wall from the inside, and he thought he was locked inside, even though the door was unlocked the entire time. Like, the doors, I have to give it to him. The doors were kind of confusing, because they were, like, a door where you pull the handle, and then there's also, like, one of those twisty knob ones, too, where you, like, twist the doorknob to open it. And he thought he just had to pull on it, even though, like, technically, I don't even know why that handle was there. Technically, you have to twist the doorknob to open the door. And he thought it was just the door handle, like, there, and that was it. He never twisted the doorknob. So he thought he was, like, locked inside. And he was the sweetest old man, too. Like, he was really nice as well. But I felt bad for him, because I feel like he was honestly, like, freaked out that, like, he thought he was, like, locked in there. Like, we were all there talking to him, telling him, like, just twist the doorknob, like, so, I don't know. It was just kind of funny, because he thought he was locked into a bathroom, I guess. I don't know what he thought. But no, it was just kind of funny. But like I said, it was probably more funny in the moment. But I just wanted to share it with you guys anyways. Yeah, guys, that was the story time for today. It was my first story time I've ever done. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Or if you didn't like it, I guess hit a thumbs down. But, I mean, the better choice is to do a thumbs up. Please, hopefully. I don't know. I hope you guys liked it. I don't know. But if you guys have any funny stories yourself, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to read them. I think like any type of stories, or especially when they're funny or interesting, I think they're just so entertaining. So like I said, I really do appreciate all of you for watching this video all the way to the end. And I will see you guys in my next video. Love you. Bye guys.